Hey, how you guys doing today? It's your boy Quentin the Barber. We represent Extravagant KUTZ LLC. And today we're going to be showing you guys how to do a taper cut. You can call it a blowout or a temp fade, or however you want to call it. I know guys call it different from wherever you are. Right now we're combing his hair. Give him a good nice comb. You want to make sure you comb the hair very, very fine. Use those fine teeth so when you give them a nice fade, the blend will be well. Right now I'm taking off the bolt. I'm using my 1.5 guard. Yeah, as you guys see, I'm using my comb to get to make sure I'm knocking as much bulk as possible. So when I fade all the way up, it'll be a nice blend all the way up to the top. So now I'm going against the grain, knock down the rest of the bulk. I got my 1.5 closed right now. As you can see, I'm using my comb. I have carbon combs. I got it from the Brunner Brothers Hair Show. It's a really good sturdy comb, and the tooth doesn't break when you fading. I know a lot of guys get those cheap combs from the regular beauty supply store, and the teeth end up missing on it. So make sure you get you a nice quality comb. So right now we're making our initial guideline. We're gonna ball it. Like I said, guys, that comb is very important when you're fading. Okay, we have no guards on right here. We got it completely open. We're gonna take it up about 1/4 inch. You don't want to go up too high, because then this fade will look jacked up and be too high. Okay, now we're taking out that bottom line. We triple out. Just take out that bottom line. And guys, it's okay to play with the lever. Make sure you use your lever, because some parts of the hair is dense, and it's difficult to kind of fade everything even. So you might make sure you guys play with that lever. Using my comb a lot. Guys, I've seen barbers use like no type of comb, like just they don't even comb their fade out. They don't even their hair out, I mean, to even fade it. Okay, we got our 1 guard. Taking it up about 1/2 inch. Kind of making our second guideline. And guys, make sure you talk to your clients, please, because it's very, very important that you interact with your clients, so they can come back and feel welcome. Okay, I'm taking my 1/2 guard, and I'm taking out that bottom line as much as possible. You can kind of see the fade transitioning. Now I'm taking my wall seniors, triple out, just get the rest of get a nice clean fade. And I like my wall seniors because my wall seniors, they get really, really close, and they're very, very good faders. If I was to choose any clippers, these are the best to fade with. These is my favorite, my number one. Whenever you're doing a ball fade or a temp fade or anything, it's just really, really good for cleanup work. Okay, and I'm taking my Fade Masters, and I have the half guard on, kind of playing with the lever a little bit. Make sure the fade blends all the way. And it's okay to jump through guards because I jump through it all the time. And then I'm going to take my trimmer, my T outliners, Andes, and I'm going to clean it up a bit. Get a very, very nice clean fade. And guys, I'm all about cleanliness. Like, every fade and every cut has to be clean. If it's not clean, then I don't think it's a complete cut. Kind of like OCD in cutting. And guys, this is a technique that I learned in barbering school. It's called clip over comb. And it's very, very good to knock out the bolt. As you can see, I'm holding it at a 45-degree angle. You don't wanna hold it completely straight from the parietal ridge. You wanna take it and then you put it in the bolt, put the comb through the bolt, and then you kind of slightly hold it at a 45-degree angle to kind of knock the rest of the fade out. And I'm back with my my half guard. Just to clean up work. Now I'm going back with my seniors. And guys, I only use a select few of clippers. I don't use 100 clippers. Every single last one of them, I just use 6. I got like 100 clippers that just sitting in my car and stuff, trial and error. But yeah, particularly I love these. These are my go-to guys. Like, I recommend these very, very much. Wall, you did your thing. Shout out to you guys for making an amazing clipper. And the motor is very, very strong on them. All you gotta do is just take care of your clippers and keep them oiled, and then they'll treat you right. Right now, we're gonna make a line. We're not gonna take them too far in. Just gonna touch it at his natural hairline. And that, as you guys can see, his line is kind of natural already, so I'm just touching it up. It has a nice even tape line. And guys, whenever you're lining up, make sure you don't press down too hard against the client's skin. Because one thing you have to realize that's a blade. Running over the same spot a few times, you're going to cut the client. Make sure you tap light. There's no reason in digging in the client's skin because it's not going to do anything for them but cut them up. Okay, we're on the left side right now. And this is what I kind of call like the drafting of the line. I take my Slimline Pros and I just draft the line. They pretty much cut through anything. Thick hair, fine hair, straight hair, curly hair. And right here, we're going to comb out the back. Give it a nice even comb. And we're just going to clean it up as much as possible. So right now I'm doing clip over comb to kind of knock out some of the bolt. I love this technique, guys. I'm so thankful that I was taught this technique. I never knew about this technique until I went to barber school. So yeah, you use your combs and your clippers and everything that you have, is very useful in barbering. And like I said, I like carbon combs. Carbon combs are very, very sturdy. And you don't have to worry about the teeth breaking off of them. Knocking down the rest of that bulk. And what I do with my comb, as you can see before, previously, when I was doing clipper on the over comb, I made sure I went out to a 45 degree, not too high above his occipital bone, because you don't want to make the back of his temp too high. And we made his initial guideline. We're taking that 1.5 again, kind of like cleaning up the hair a little bit. The 1.5, and I'm so glad they had that. They made that guard. And that guard does wonderful tricks. Clipper over comb again, you guys. Now I'm just going to blend out the rest of that bulk out. Hold it to a 45 degree angle. And you want to blend it till you get a nice even blend. Okay, now we're going back to the bottom. We got the clipper open. These are my magic clips. I like using them when for detailed work as well. Wall, you guys make some very, very good precise clippers. Shout out the Walls. I'm a Walls guy. Don't get me wrong. I love Andy's too, but I'm more so into their trimmers than I am to their clippers. Wall made some really good clippers, especially for clean fades. Okay, I'm taking my clip over comb. Kind of give it a nice easy blend. And then I'm going to go back with my guards and clean them up. Clean the rest of the fade up. Okay, that's my one guard. And I closed it. I'm going to make another guideline. I'm going to do it halfway. Kind of clean up the rest of the bolt. I'm going to open it and go a little higher. Okay, now I'm putting on my half guard. Now I'm going to clean up the rest. Kind of give it like a even look. And later on, guys, I know you guys see that bulk in the right, in the back, like on the behind the right ear. I'm going to get that in a second. But right now, I just want to make sure the fade is just blending, and I get to the detail work later. And guys, please do not spend a long time on one spot. You know, just go ahead and get your just fade and give it a blend, and then go into detail work. I always would recommend just go with the concept first, and then detail your work. Okay, I have my one guard. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna take out the rest of that bolt. Clip over comb. I'm gonna just keep taking it out until it's nice and clean. And then I'm gonna freehand it a little bit to kind of get the rest of the blend going. As you can see, you see it blended. Now I'm gonna line it up right here. Take my Slimline Pros. And make sure you don't go too far in the back, guys. I see a lot of barber that go too far in the back, to the point where it looks like a V almost in the back. Just kind of maintain a natural line. Okay, we're cleaning up. As you can see, I do a lot of cleanup work. Clip over comb again with my one guard. Make sure I don't go too far, too close. I don't want to bring the fade any higher. So I'm just going to take a bit off. Now I'm going to freehand. See, I don't know what I would do without clip over comb, man. It's like the best technique that I was ever taught. You can do it with straight hair, curly hair, coarse hair, whatever your choice. It's definitely useful. Okay, now we back to the sides. We're cleaning up a bit. And we clipper over comb. We got my half guard on. I'm just gonna knock that the hair off his face. Okay, we're gonna kind of touch up his line a little bit again. Clean up his face. Okay, we're back with the seniors. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna freehand a bit on here. Make sure you get a nice, very, very blurry blend. As you can see, I'm going back in with my Slimline Pros. Just edging them up a little bit. And guys, also, a side note, whenever you're lining, make sure that you barely tap, because if you try to dig in too deep, the hair will run, and it'll definitely like keep pushing the hairline back. So make sure you get a light, nice tap, so you don't dig too deep far in his hairline. Next thing you know, he's pushed back. Right now, I'm just on the sides, clip over comb, knocking down the rest of that bulk. And he has very, very thick hair, very thick, coarse hair. So I have to go with clip over comb a lot. I'm cleaning him up. Cleaning up his neck with the Andes. You know, Mr. Eric, man, he's a very cool guy, man. Very, very intelligent and educated educator. You know, this guy been in the game for 20 plus years, and you know, he's taught me a lot during the way. So shouts out to you, Mr. Eric Hines. He's one of the greatest out of Savannah. Okay, we're using our fibers to kind of enhance. We're not making a hairline, we're enhancing, guys. A lot of guys kind of overdo the enhancements. You just want to make it look natural and not too dark. It's okay to make it look dark, but not too dark, to where it just looks slap painted on there or whatever. And we're just gonna clean it up, clean off the excess fibers. And I like to use my T outliners, my Annie's T outliners, after I use the fibers, because it makes it very, very sharp. Because the teeth on these blades are very, very fine. So they cut very, very precise when you're using fibers. Okay, now we're gonna use the card to kind of get the rest of this hairline with the fibers, spots that I felt like I missed. Okay, right now about to use my Beam Team Tune 45 spray air gun. And shouts out to Tunes 45 as well for making this wonderful airbrush gun. It comes in a lot for enhancement. It's one of like the best on the market I like so far. You know, I've used the other few things on the market, few air guns, and they kind of sprayed a little too weak. But this right here is at a 20 psi, and it uses a very, very nice, good coverage when you're spraying it on the hairline area. And guys, on the side, whenever you're spraying an airbrush gun, make sure you kind of spray it at an angle and just not dead on there, because it'll kind of make it look like it's not blended, if you get what I mean. Like, it'll just look like a block of paint on the side of their hairline. So just make sure you kind of spray it from the side at like a 45-degree angle so you can get that nice blend, and so everything will look normal. And I'm going to use my pencil to kind of make the hairline pop a little bit more. It's nice and sharp, but I'm going to use my pencil. And I like to get nude. I don't use white. I use nude because white is just too chalky for me. Okay. Now we're going to use our T outliners to kind of like fade the pencil. Guys, make sure you guys take your time. Please do not rush on a client, because I've seen barbers cut anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes and want to charge $30 and $40. Like, no, there's not enough time. Clients like to feel like they're paying for their time. Like, they want you to take their time, not just rush on their hair just to take their money. They make sure you put some soul into cutting. So yeah, just make sure you take your time and be nice and neat. Okay, everything look nice and clean. Okay, now we're using Got to Be Glued hairspray, and it's a very, very firm hold. And guys, when you spraying this, make sure you tap it light. Do not tap too much of it, because it'll look greasy on the forehead, too greasy and too sticky. You want to make it where it just holds the fibers. Okay, we're detailing again with all wall seniors. 5-star. Just doing a little bit of clean up work. And it looks very, very nice and clean. But guys, I'm very, very particular about my haircuts. Every little strand of hair I try to blend. And guys, try not to be a perfectionist. Just take your time and just complete the cut. Just do whatever you know best and just learn as you go. Okay, right now we're giving them a finish lineup, finishing the tape. I probably said a joke or something to my client. That's why he was shaking his head. Okay, and right now I'm kind of sponging his hair. Okay, and I'm putting enhancements on the back of his neck. On his neckline. Take my trimmers and cleaning up. I'm gonna line out this side. I'm gonna take my Tune 45 again. I'm gonna spray. Very nice detail work. Okay, I'm taking my slim lines. And I'm just gonna go over the back piece. Around the ear. Doing the same thing on that side. Taking my got to bead again. My got to be, I meant. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Kind of been hard for me to speak today. Been stumbling over my words all day today. Okay, we're gonna clean up with our wall seams right there. Just keep cleaning. As you guys can see, I go over, a fade a million times. Like, I just want everything to be like very, very, very blurry. I'm very, very detailed about my work. Alright, guys, we're about done. Right now, I'm just checking for any flaws. Okay, now we got the final step. We're raising his outline, kind of make it very, very sharp. Give it a little bit of ash, to kind of make it look very, very precise and sharp and neat. My favorite blade I like to use is those stainless steel platinum Dorcos. They're like the best double-edged razors you can use. Or Personas. I love Personas. Not the double-edged Personas, but I like the single-edge Personas. Those are very, very sharp, and you can use about 3 or 4 clients on that single razor. And the double edge, I change blades per client, every single client. And right now I'm just razoring the hairs that are overlapping the hairline. And there you go. Guys, we have what you call a smooth blowout. Make sure you comment below. Extravagance.